We're headed out of our guest house right now. That's Zoe. And we're getting our grab. And that's a dog. We're in Canggu and we're headed to Kuta, which is gonna take about 30 minutes, depending on traffic. Tip number 9 is getting the Grab app before you actually come to Southeast Asia. It'll save you some time just because sometimes they have to text you confirmation, depending on the service or your number, what country you're from, it might be a little difficult. Tip number 8. If you are from the US, it's best to get a Charles Schwab checking account. They still offer 0 ATM fees, 0 conversion fees in foreign countries, and ATM fee reimbursement. And that can save you a lot of money. When you're out of the country, ATM fees can really add up over time. When you're in Europe, there's a card called N26. You get the free account for N26. They do charge you 1.7% for every transaction based on the amount of money you take out. So Zoe's elected, who's from Holland, to get the €6 a month black card, which means there's no additional fees. In addition to getting those bank cards that charge no ATM fees, it's really good to have a credit card. I have Capital One Venture, some people have Chase, that have 0 conversion fees. Also rack up points to help you as you buy things. I do have ATM cards like Wells Fargo that would charge me an ATM fee, but it's only as a backup. Tip number 7. Get an unlocked phone before you leave. It doesn't have to be the phone you normally use in your home country. A lot of the phones in the US where I'm from are typically locked. You can always get just a used phone off of Groupon or other websites and use that as an option, so you can use it for download different apps like the Grab app that I mentioned earlier. Tip number 6. Check to make sure about your visa. Places like Thailand and Bali, if you're from a Western country, typically you're gonna get 30 days free on arrival, and you don't actually have to do anything extra to get in. But if you want to visit a country like Vietnam, you do have to register a few days before to get a visa to enter the country. So I'm about to finally get a haircut, so I hope you guys like it. And ta-da, it's done. What do you guys think? And I'm having some ramen, which I've been craving for a long time, so I'm really excited for that. But while we're here, I'll give you guys another tip. Tip number 5. Don't bring everything. Just, I would say, 40-liter backpack at max. And what I always do or recommend is really pack like a week before, so you're not super stressed as you're leaving. I want to remind you, when you're going to Southeast Asia, you're not headed to the moon, so if you want something, they probably have it at the stores. Anything I do recommend bringing, just bring some medication. Usually I bring like Sudafed, and traveling has a way of really kind of changing your schedule up. I'll probably do another video on that. So we're back from shopping, and I did record a lot of this at the mall, but it just ended up being too loud. So I'm back at our guest house here in Canggu to finish off the rest of the tips. Tip number 4, vaccines. I recommend getting vaccines before your trip to Southeast Asia. Get them a month before. The top ones tend to be in Southeast Asia, typhoid and some malaria prevention and tetanus. But it's important to get the vaccines probably a month before your trip, because look, you don't want to be sick in Asia during your vacation, because then what's the fun in that? Tip number 3. It's best that you download some movies, some podcasts, some audiobooks, some books on Kindle, just to pass the time, even video games. Sometimes it's hard for you to sleep, or the movies are playing on the plane aren't that great. At least you have access to some movies, some form of entertainment while you're in transit. Tip number 2. So if you're planning to stay for an extended amount of time, it does behoove you to get a motorbike license, well, at least an international one. And also probably go and practice on the motorbike in your home country, because I'm learning it now. It's like crazy here in Southeast Asia. Tip number 1, it's amazing out here, just book it. And if you're waiting for somebody else, then you're letting them control your happiness. Don't give them that much power. If you do want to come, there's definitely some solo group trips that I've taken over the years that I really enjoy. I've met people that I'm still in contact with, I'm still close friends with. So the biggest thing is book the trip, and book the trip now. So that's it. If you liked the video or didn't like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share to anybody you think this might help. And please leave a comment if there's something I missed, something I could add, if there's a video you'd like me to make. And also I'll be doing some travel vlogging videos so you get to know me better. And I hope you join us on this adventure. If you're ever in Southeast Asia and want to collaborate, please look me up.